all geek to me!
Hello, welcome to episode 2 of It's All Geek to Me podcast. Time for some geek news. Cue the applause. Cue the laugh track. Let's get into the news. After 27 years of marriage, Hugh Jackman and his wife Deborah Lee are divorcing, ending what many in Hollywood thought to be a storybook relationship. Fortunately, it seems that the storybook was written by horror author Stephen King. This week, Disney announced that they are not even close to being done with Star Wars projects, proving that yes, it is possible to over-commercialize the franchise even more than George Lucas already did. The Beatles will be launching a new song featuring all 4 members of the band, but also aided by artificial intelligence. There were, however, reports of creative differences between the AI and the remaining band members after the AI started dating Yoko Ono. That's not good. Rumors ran across the internet with stories of Harrison Ford dying after he fell asleep in a park. The movie star said, "I am not dead, I just look this way and it's hard to tell the difference." Poor Harrison Ford. The beloved collector's item, Funko Pops, these things, are getting their own video game next year called Funko Fusion. Great! Another way for those bobbleless head freaky little bastards to haunt my dreams. The writer's strike is in full swing, but that is no problem, according to Disney CEO Bob Iger, who said, "Who cares? We are just taking the old animated movies and making them live action. That should be good for another 5 years." Mark Ruffalo has been surprisingly quiet with his social views on Twitter since the start of the writer's strike and his acting being put on hold. Ruffalo was last seen wandering around his driveway in his bathrobe carrying a sign saying, "We'll protest for scripts." Hayden Christensen has been picked back up in his role as Anakin Skywalker in the Disney Plus series Ahsoka. Fans were delighted and most often heard saying, "I thought that guy was dead." Hey, if you like Marvel content, make sure to Hulk smash that subscribe button and turn notifications on so you don't miss any of my videos. Alright, now all of you guys know in a few months, and no, not in a few months, next month, Loki Season 2 comes out on October 6th. So I have some good expectations for the show. The first season, if you know, a little recap, they went to confront He Who Remains, and He Who Remains explained the story of Kang the Conqueror and the actor, Jonathan Majors, of course he's in a court case, but Kang the Conqueror, he was explained, and all the variants of Nathaniel Richards, who is a descendant of Reed Richards, if you're wondering, from the Fantastic Four. So he gets a little recap, he gives a little recap of what the multiversal war was, and Loki believes that this guy is literally terrifying, and He Who Remains says, "If you think I'm evil, just wait till you meet my variants." This guy's literally asking to die. So he tries to stop his variant from another universe, Sylvie, but she says no and kills him anyway and breaks the timelines. Oh, if you're wondering who died, Loki does not die, of course. But that may be a problem for Season 2, because in Season 2, they have this thing called time slipping, and in it, Loki's jumping in and out of time. So, and there's a recently new, ad trailer, and it shows, Loki fading away, so I don't know if he's gonna die. I don't know what's happened. I don't know what's happening. Is he gonna die? Is he going to be brought back as another variant? Is he going to another timeline? So yeah, I have huge expectations for Loki Season 2, because Loki's my favorite Marvel character in all of Marvel, and he's just played great by Tom Hiddleston. Tom Hiddleston's just a good actor. I even have a President Loki Funko Pop. Still can't believe Funko's making a video game. But yeah, Loki Season 2 will be out next month on October 6th. Very excited for it. Of course, many of you know that he's going to try and stop Kang the Conqueror, or possibly stop him, because we know Avengers Kang Dynasty and Avengers Secret Wars is coming. So we know those projects are coming. Yeah, so we know those projects are coming. But the next thing that I would like to say is, like, I have no clue what they're going to do with Loki. Like, after Season 2 is over, what are they going to do? Because Loki's got, like, his own show. It's his own series. It's his own. Like, he has to try and stop Kang the Conqueror. He's got to try to stop it from ever happening. He's got to try to stop the timeline from being broken. So that's, like, his own thing. But for the Avengers, on the other hand, they have to stop the main guy. Loki kind of does that too, but really it's just Marvel showing off them putting their characters in real life history. So, yeah. They even did a reference to, like, Loki being in the first season DB Cooper, the Norjack case, which I thought was pretty funny. But I have big expectations for Loki Season 2. They've gotten some new people in it now, like Ke Huy Quan, who is not basically just Data from the Goonies or Short Round from Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom anymore. This guy has won a Golden Globe, and he has won an Oscar for his film Everything Everywhere All at Once. He was asked to be in it. And that won surprisingly it was big, and they won Oscars for it. So now he's being part of Marvel, so he's kind of going back into that phase. He was also in Encino Man, which is another geeky movie. And surprisingly, him and his co-star, Brendan Fraser, had made a comeback. Who thought that would happen? But yeah, he's going to be in the series now. I'm actually confused of what his part is going to be. Because in the trailer, it shows him, like, coming up to Mobius saying, "Mobius, wow, great to see you again." And Loki starts time slipping. So, and his character's name is Obi, not Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's spelled O-B, so O and a B in his name, not with an I like Obi-Wan. So apparently he knows this, like, time slipping. And it's never happened before inside the TVA. So is time fading away? Or is there something wrong with Loki since he was outside the timeline when it was infected and when they killed He Who Remains? So we're gonna have to find out. And I'm actually like a little confused because, like, this is the first Marvel series along with What If that is going to get a season 2. While the others have just had, like, plain old boring season 1s with 6 episodes. Because, like, Kevin Feige, the head of Marvel, said it's a Marvel Studios movie played over the course of 6 episodes. But this is different. This has a season 2, so it's just like a Loki 2 movie, you know? And that's something too as well. Like, Marvel like started breaking away from, like, the 1s, the 2s, the 3s, because Iron Man got all its 3s, and then for Captain America, he got the First Avenger, the Winter Soldier, Civil War, and now the new one called Brave New World with Sam Wilson's Captain America, which will be out soon. I actually can't wait for that. I'm gonna go see it when it comes out. I like Sam's Captain America. It's very good. But I am going to be surprised when we see Harrison Ford play Thunderbolt Ross, because the original actor, William Hurt, passed away. So Harrison Ford, they guess they were, like, completing his story, but they never got to because he passed away. So Harrison Ford is going to finish off the story. Red Hulk will be introduced. That I can't wait for. But going back to Loki, I'm very surprised to see where the story is going to go, because it's him and Mobius. So him and Mobius have to stop the timeline from being destroyed. And it shows them going back, like, towards, like, the 18th or 19th century. And they have to try and stop Victor Timely, who is, like, a variant of Kang the Conqueror, or, in this case, Nathaniel Richards. And we don't know what's going on, because in Ant-Man 3, they explain who he is. They explain who Kang the Conqueror is. And then, at the end, it shows all the Kangs coming together, and it's all of them. And they're now saying they're starting to touch the multiverse. So they said, let's stop wasting time. So basically, they're going to all-out war. So maybe Loki's going to touch upon that, and they're going to explain, like, how the multiversal war happened, like, how it really happened, and how it's going to go. Because we know He Who Remains was the one who won the multiversal war, and he got rid of all the other variants using Goliath. So I'm very confused of, are they going to show the war? Are they going to show Loki stopping it before it even happens again? So this is like Multiversal War 2, so kind of like World War 2, but it's basically like Multiversal War 2. So we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if Loki's going to try and stop the war from ever happening, or if we're going to see Mobius, because Mobius doesn't remember him. He goes, at the end of the season, he's like, who are you? What's your name? So, is he going to get his memory back? Are they just going to be pals again? Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson, too, they're really good together on screen. They have good on-screen, on-set chemistry. When you see it on screen, they have, like, good on-set chemistry, and I like that. Because your co-stars and you have to have chemistry on set, so that way you can make it look real. Him and Owen Wilson do a good job together. And Owen Wilson's just a great guy, too, in everything he does. So, yeah, Loki, we got Kiwi Kwan coming in the mix. I don't know Sylvie's part in all this as well. Sylvie has been shown a few times in the trailer, but I don't know what her role is. Does she regret killing He Who Remains? Does she try to stop Mobius and Loki from fixing the timeline? We don't know. That's what I thought. I thought Sylvie was probably going to, like, take Loki down, or Mobius down, or the remaining TVA members, because they're trying to stop the timeline, like, they're trying to fix it, and she doesn't want that. So, we don't know what's going to happen. We don't know. I'm very surprised to see what happens. Is she going to be a good guy? Is she going to be bad? We don't know. So, there's a lot of possibilities for Loki to become, Season 2 to become the biggest Marvel event of the year. I love Loki. Again, Loki, I love the character. I love his story. He's like Tony Stark because he can use his charm, but he's a jerk. Okay, Loki's not that big of a jerk, but he is a very good character in his own right. Hold on a minute, just gotta fix this. He's a very good character in his own right, and I think just Tom Hiddleston makes it better. So, Loki Season 2. Get Disney Plus ready, because it's coming out in 1 month. So get your Disney Plus ready. And get your helmets with horns on, because it's going to be out soon. And again, Tom Hiddleston, great actor. Owen Wilson, good. Kiwi Kwan, great. All the other actors, who I don't know their names of, good. The storyline, be prepared. We may get some snippets about what happened previously with Kang the Conqueror in Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. However, if you go on Disney Plus and look up, if you go to the Marvel section, like you could see like the Marvel Cinematic Universe in timeline order, Loki takes place before Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, and it takes place right after Endgame. Again, one of the best Marvel movies. So we don't know what's going to happen. So this takes place before Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, which is something I've forgotten. But then I went back to Disney Plus and I looked at that section, so I was like, okay, this takes place before Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So we don't know how this connects later, because Kevin Feige has just come out saying, there's a lot of people have been quitting Marvel. He said, look out, because all the things are going to start connecting soon. So I've been making sure every time I go see a new Marvel project or something, I have to keep it in my mind saying, it's all going to connect soon, man. So yeah, Loki Season 2, get ready for that. You can even check my second channel, which I will be doing a review on it. So I can't wait to review Loki Season 2. So again, if you know of someone who loves Marvel, if you know someone who loves Marvel as much as we do here on the It's All Geek to Me podcast, all of you watching this, then tell a friend about it. Get them interested. Get them interested in Marvel. They're missing out. You guys know what I'm talking about. They're missing out. They're missing out on, like, the Marvel movies. They're missing out on the Marvel fandom, the characters. Just all around amazing cast with great, extraordinary actors. and just a great story. And I have no clue what they're going to do after the multiverse saga ends. We don't know. This Phase 4, Phase 5, and Phase 6 will complete the multiverse saga. So we don't know what's going to happen. What's the next saga? The X-Men? We don't know. So I'm going to be like an adult when the last movie of the multiverse saga comes out. I'll be like a senior. So yeah, go get someone introduced to Loki. They're missing out. You got to get them in this. Again, that is all for today on It's All Geek to Me podcast, episode 2. Episode 3 will come out next week. So tell a friend about it and get your friends involved. Make them watch Loki Season 2. Turn on Disney Plus for Loki Season 2. That will be out soon. And just all around, amazing show. I hope they make a Season 3. But we're going to have to watch. So, again, this is the It's All Geek to Me podcast, episode 2. Episode 3 will come out next week. Thank you all for watching. And make sure to visit the It's All Geek to Me podcast next week. It's All Geek to Me!